Yes, welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Time to talk a little bit of cricket. We started last week, Ando.
Okay.
We covered the district cricket with Austin Umferston, the Port Adelaide batsman, batting all-rounder.
Hit some good runs.
Good kid.
Yeah.
Made 90-odd.
That's right.
This week, we've got the captain of East Torrens, Michael Cranmer, in with us. Welcome to the show, mate.
What about his form last week?
And 100.
Oh, wow.
Well, I said, it was funny, I spoke to Cranmer and I said about coming in. Get some runs before you come in, mate, or I'll tear you to pieces when you come in. When you got 100.
Is that a frightening part of it all, that you've got to
It was, yeah.
front up on it? You know?
It is. Baz comes into the office quite often and gets stuck in me if I'm not making runs, so the pressure was on, so it was nice to be out.
And the interesting thing, mate, the interesting thing about this is we had Austin Umferston in last week. How did he get out this week?
Oh, don't tell me.
Umferston.
He got me.
Cleaned him up. But 100, mate, well done.
Thanks,
well done.
Thanks,
First of all, what's it like to be really close to your 100? You know, I mean, we all know. I mean, I didn't play this sport, but I just watching all the champions when I was young. You know, the West Indies versus Australia, and you get that 100. You know, wow. But geez, it's a nervous time when you're in your 90s.
It is, mate, and we've got a new scoreboard at East Torrens now, so it tells us what we're on. So back in the day, you sort of knew around about where you were, but to know you look up and you're 96, 97, all that sort of stuff, you start getting a little bit nervous. And nice little French cut to bring it up for.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah,
it was a little bit lucky, but we'll take it.
That doesn't hurt. Do you know, it's funny that, isn't it, mate? Because you bat so well, and you know you're hitting the ball crisply, and everything's going terrific, and then you get into the 90s, and it just seems like. Where is the next run coming from? You seem like you cannot pierce the field, or they're in closer, or there's more of them. It's just that feeling.
You want the 10 to go quick, obviously.
Well, it's a funny feeling, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You tighten up, Baz, and you could be absolutely whacking them. And once you get in the 90s, it's a different game.
It's a different game of cricket.
Try and get through that period and then have a bit of party time after that, which I missed out on.
And appear to be relaxed. That's the other thing you've got to do. So the fieldsmen don't see that you're a little bit, bit hesitant or whatever. You've got to appear to be.
Tricks of the trade.
That's
I'm
right.
cruising along here. I'm cruising. But mate, the partnership with Jake.
Yeah, well done.
That's a big one. He scored a double. Of course,
he did get a double.
200.
Yeah, batted beautifully. Jakey batted beautifully. So nice to break the third wicket partnership at East Torrens. So
that's a record.
That was a record. 243. So something we're pretty proud of. And we lived together and spent a lot of time together. So to be able to do it in the middle as well.
That would have been a good chat.
It was good fun.
So,
we had a couple of quiet beers
at home.
Yeah,
it would have been a good chat.
Break in the morning together. Watch move the night before. Then spend how many hours at the wicket together?
Yeah, we're probably 3 or 4 hours out there. Lemo batted all day for his double ton and batted beautifully.
And the club's going well.
The club is going well.
Yeah, plenty of players right throughout. All your grades.
Absolutely.
And of course, the women's, I'm sure, is a big part of your club.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got Zamps, Lemo, Luke Robin's all in the Redback squad. So it's lovely when they come back and can play with us. And we've got quite a young team, so it's nice to have a bit of that experience come back and dominate like Lemo's done and what Robo's done in the past, and Zamps as well. When he plays, he always bowls really well, so it's good.
The captaincy?
Yeah, mate.
You happy with enjoying that?
I am, mate. I am. I did it when I was about 21 and did it for 7 years, and then had a couple of years off and taken it back up again, which is exciting.
Is it better this time round, Cramp?
It is, mate. Yeah, really enjoying it. I think I've matured a fair bit now. 30 now, so
a couple of years off. What was on that you?
We probably just needed a bit of a change. I'd been doing it for sort of 7 or 8 years.
Yeah,
We'd won a couple of, we'd won a T20 and a one-day flag and stuff like that, but maybe we just needed to hear a different voice. New blokes coming through and all that. So Luke Robins took over for a couple of years. Then he went and focused on his SA stuff, so I've been handed it again. So absolutely loving it. And our young side, it's great.
When you say it's handed to you again, they come to you and say, "Hey, Cram, would you like to do the job again?" Or did you say, "Hey, look, I'm ready to go again"? Or
no,
how does that work?
They came. So we've got a new coach this year, Stephen Stubbings, come over from Derby. Wayne Bradbrook was our coach for a long time, and there was a bit of a changeover period last year where Stubbo came and was assistant, and now he's taken over. And he came to me at the start of pre-season asking if I'd like to do it again, and I was more than happy to.
Okay.
And how do you see the season 19-20? I mean, Kenzie had a fantastic year last year, winning both of the flags, premierships. Is that something that you feel with the young side, with some of the experienced players you're talking about in the form at the moment, that that they might be not as dominant as they they have been certainly last year, Kensington?
Yeah, I think so. They're the ones to beat. They're always a quality side, led by Elliot Opie this year.
Yeah.
Brownie's made 1 million grade runs. They're just a quality side. But we won the T20 tournament last year, so we feel like in certainly the white ball format that we're a pretty good side, and that we're starting to get better and better at the red ball stuff. A couple of new players to our club this year: Michael Cormack, Henry Dale, who will add a lot to our group.
Where are they from?
So Henry's from Kenzie, so we won the flag and he's come over. So opening batsman, looks an absolutely quality player. Captained the 19s a couple of years ago, I think. He looks a quality player, and he got 60 in one of the one days already this year. And Mickey Cormack from Adelaide, he's was with the Redbacks for a few years as well, so adds that little bit of experience despite being quite young as well. So
couple of good
pretty happy. Couple of really
What about you grab captaincy back?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, jump on while we can. Yeah.
The competition at the moment though is pretty strong, isn't it? I mean, there's no real weak.
No.
When I say weak sides, I mean you can't go out 1 week and go, okay, we're pretty lucky here because we've got them. There's no thems anymore. Not so many of thems anymore.
No,
it used to be the last bottom half of the draw where you could knock them off and you could be pretty confident knocking them off. There'd only be maybe 1 or 2 sides that are struggling now. The rest of them, they can beat you on any day.
Absolutely. And we've seen a few players move sides in recent years, which we didn't really used to see, well, certainly when I started playing. So sort of evened out the competition a little bit. Quality kids are sort of moving to other clubs to get more opportunity and stuff like that. So there are some quality sides and quite even. We've seen Teacher Gully dominate for years and years, and they've now lost a fair few players, and they've gone to the Adelaides and West Torrens and stuff like that.
Why is that? I mean, I know you're saying that you get opportunities, which is fantastic, and because I'm sort of starting thinking about football, say for instance, we see a lot of movement there, and that's certainly evened up the competition. Loyalty now, or your own performance, and I think I think it really helps.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, there's not much money in grade cricket, well, if any at all. So I think people are just moving either to change it up for their careers, whether they want more opportunity or just play with just a fresh start, play with some different mates and stuff like that. So we have seen quite a bit of movement over the last couple of years in grade cricket, and I think it's really good.
Your history, mate, you're a state player, you stayed under 19s, you've done all that through your career. Was there ever a chance that you would go into that Shield side, you must have been hell of a close.
Yeah, look, I was with the Redbacks for a couple of years, state 19s and then Aussie 19s, and then a couple of years with the Redbacks and played a couple of one-day games for them. Was 12th man in a Shield game. Just didn't quite crack through. Look, probably just didn't make the runs when I needed to in sort of the second 11. Got 100 there as a 18-year-old, and that's when I was and then 12th man in the next game for the Shield game. But never really took my opportunity at that level as well as I should have. Had made some grade runs throughout the years, but a bit disappointing.
Is that because you put too much pressure on yourself? I mean, and that's the one thing I find about cricket. I didn't play cricket other than school, but if you change anything fractionally and you start thinking about something a little bit, that little bit of that one thought, you could be out. It's not like footy where you could drop a mark or
tough game
kick out the full.
It is.
Next thing you know, you're a hero because you kicked the goal. Cricket, it can be pretty ruthless.
It is hard. It is,
When you got other things on your mind and to distract you,
I think that's right. I think you do put a lot of pressure on yourself, and especially when you want it that badly, you just want to play for your state and go as high as you can. I think when I was sort of 21 to 24, I did put a lot of pressure on myself, and it meant everything. And I think now that I suppose I don't feel like I'm going to play at that level anymore, that I've just
I find it really interesting because I've always found so many Australian players. Let's go to Australian. Especially yesteryear, they're all in their like mid to late 30s. And I always thought as cricket you seem to mature as a batsman, especially, you know, mid-30s, you know. Yet we have this mindset that we get to 29, 30, and it seems to be all sport that, it's not too long before I have to hang up my gloves or the bat or the... So really, you know, in that... you're not even in your prime yet. You're not even in your prime, so you shouldn't be, you know, I mean, really.
Well, I hope so, but I mean, it's just the mindset.
Last week.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, let's go.
Right. Yeah,
Well, you'd like to have the 30-year-old mindset as a 21-year-old.
That's a key.
That's the key, isn't it?
That'd be absolutely
and how many people would have said to you, you know, back then, hey, mate, if you do this, you know, and then later on in life you go, wow, why didn't I listen to that?
That's right.
That's the key.
Exactly right.
So listen to me.
Yeah, should have done. I should have listened.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Yeah, for sure. Mate, I want to ask you something here about. Well done on the runs and everything was terrific last week, but I looked at the paper and I see teams 4 for 450, 3 for 580. We're producing decks at the moment that are just batter friendly, and I mean really batter friendly. And when we pick our state team and they go to the Gabba, all of a sudden the ball starts to dart around a little bit and we're getting knocked over. Are we too set on these decks at the moment? Because your game was a classic case. Jake 200, you 100.
There's some big scores over last weekend.
Massive
big scores.
But you made the point. In the centuries column, there were about 8 guys in the paper. But in the bowling column, there was only about 3 blokes with 3 wickets. So they're struggling. And I spoke to Nick Benton, and I will apologise to Nick for calling him a pussy last week. I called him a pussy on air about 5 times. And the pussy walked into the Port Club yesterday.
We'll just add another 3.
Is it 4 or 5 now? That was unbelievable.
Look, he's a terrific
unbelievable
guy, but he did show me a real crack in the foot that he's got. It's a clean break.
I saw him on the weekend, and it is blown up big
all right,
time.
Nick, so you're not a pussy. I take it all back.
9.
Poor fella.
Just a little bit of a pussy.
No, it looked bad.
Talk to me about the decks, mate.
Yeah, look, I think this time of year they're probably worried about the weather in winter and stuff like that, and trying to get them right and get enough life into them. They need it bouncing and all that sort of stuff. But I think you're right with the turf balls that we use and the amount of rolling that goes in, because you need it rolled. I mean, you don't want the ball going up and down.
No, true.
So you don't mind a bit of sideways as a batter, but if it's going up and down, it makes it really difficult. They try and get as much rolling in as they can to get the carry in the wickets. But with the turf ball, it's just really not doing enough. And not saying it's easy to bat, you're still going to make the runs, but there could be a little bit more in it. As a batter, I hate saying this, but there could maybe be a little bit more in it for the bowlers.
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much. No, we want to keep making hundreds, mate.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're a
that's
bastard.
right. That's
mate, I
right.
appreciate you joining us. You got to get back to work.
I do, mate.
You better get back there,
I better
mate.
get down there.
I'll be ringing them and letting them know what you're doing.
Man,
Really appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
appreciate you joining us, mate. Good luck on the weekend. You got to defend.
We're going to defend 386. So we had a couple of overs on them last week and couldn't get a pole. So
and quickly, mate, the club's got a big day coming up in a T20.
We do. Yeah, we're playing Sturt in a bit of an all-club T20 day. So on Sunday before the Test match. Now I can't remember the exact date there, Baz, but it's the Sunday before the Adelaide Test. We'll be having the C's, B's, and D's playing in a T20 day. So we encourage as many people to get down as possible at the new beautiful club rooms down there at Campbelltown.
Campbelltown, mate.
And then the A grade will play on Thursday night. We're playing for a new trophy, a club trophy.
Excellent.
So get as many down to Campbelltown as possible on the Sunday, and we'll look forward to it.
Good luck.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
boys.
Well done.
Cheers.
Michael Cranmer, the captain of East Torrens, joining us on the SA Sports Show. Back with more in just a moment.